It's basketball time here at Westside High School, the district final between Omaha Westside and Lincoln High. I'm Max Coughlin. Alongside me tonight is Ross Jernstrom for a battle between who goes to Lincoln next week to be the 5 seed at the state tournament.
It's going to be a great game. The final home game for Westside here, and what a matchup against Lincoln High. Both teams come into this game with a record of 17-7. February 19th, Lincoln High was not ranked in the Omaha World Top 10, but they have won 8 of their last 10 games. They are 10th in the wild card, but they need to win tonight, and so does Westside to get to the state tournament, because that wild card went to Gretna after they lost last night at home. So this game, there's a lot on the line. The winner goes to state, the loser stays home.
So you take a look at the wild card and just how everything unfolded last night, which was probably the craziest outcome in the last 5 years in my remembrance. The A1, A2, those went by smoothly with Bellevue West as the A1 seed. Those went by smoothly. And then you take a look at A3 and A4. A3 was Gretna versus Lincoln North Star. And before I mention this, talk about Lincoln schools this week.
Oh.
Lincoln schools have been going absolutely crazy. You talk about Lincoln North Star, who was taking on Gretna, who has been a powerhouse all year long, came into Gretna High School and upset number 3 seeded Gretna, which was, nobody really expected it, but they will be taking state. But then you also look at the wild card. Gretna also will be going to state with that wild card spot after Creighton Prep took the loss to Lincoln Southeast last night, which was a big time upset for the Knights. They went back to Prep after they went back to Prep earlier this year. They lost to Prep, so they had some redemption going into that game, and they certainly had that as they punched their ticket to Lincoln next week. So these Lincoln teams are really having a battle, a run for their money. And then you also look at Lincoln East, which has been a big-time team all year long, who came into Westside earlier this year, and they beat Westside, which, take in mind, that was Westside's probably worst game they played all year long, going 0 for 16 from beyond the arc. But nonetheless, Lincoln East is one of those scary teams that you've been seeing all year long, who has also made to the state tournament.
Yeah, I talked to Jeff Moats, who's the play-by-play broadcaster for KFOR Radio in Lincoln, and he told me Lincoln East is playing their best basketball right now. They are the hot team, and you look at this Westside team, they may have played their best game at a loss when they played top-ranked Bellevue West here in this gym, and they had a chance to beat the Thunderbirds and missed a three-pointer at the buzzer and lost 80-78 in overtime. So Westside's playing really good basketball now too, and this is a matchup between two very different teams. Lincoln High comes in with a huge lineup. They have 2 players that are 6'8", Justin Bolas and Bryson Faines. Then they got a 6'6" forward in Colin Nick. So this is a matchup of a small Westside team that will probably work the transition. They'll run the ball against this big Lincoln High team, and that'll be the difference in the game.
So my favorite way to describe this Lincoln High team is scrappy. They are one of the biggest scrappy teams in the entire Class A. It is also a senior-led team. I think tonight we are going to see every single senior be on the court at all times. We may see a little bit of spark between some juniors and some sophomores, but for the most part, it is led by senior Vince Garrett. He's averaging 14.5 points a game. He is their by far best player. He's shooting 49% beyond the arc for the field goal percentage. And then take a look at Justin Bolas. Ross, you mentioned he's one of the 6'8" players. He's shooting 60% from the field.
I'll tell you what, he is number 5 in Class A in field goal percentage, 60%. But this is a senior-laden team. This is the year they have pointed to. They have 9 seniors on the team. Their top 7 scorers are all seniors. So this is their final chance to go to state. The Lynx have not been to the state tournament since 2010. I can remember back in between 2000 and 2009, Lincoln High was a great basketball program. They won the state championship. They beat Nick Baugh and Lincoln Southeast. Southeast was heavily favored in that game, and they upset Southeast in the state finals. So they're trying to go back to that glory days of the early 2000s when the Lynx won a state championship, and this may be the team that can go down to Lincoln and make some noise.
So now taking a look over here on the other side of the court, you take a look at Omaha Westside, who's coming off of the win against Omaha Burke. And in that win against Omaha Burke, and the score may have showed them that they were leading really by a lot in the game, but that is really not the case. Going into the halftime, Westside was only leading by 2 points, and so it was a very big battle between Omaha Westside and Burke, and really the main key factor was that we talked to C.J. Mitchell after the game in the interview, and I asked him, what was the message going into the halftime when you guys were only leading by 3 points? And he said that head coach Jim Simon says, do you guys really want it? That's the biggest key factor for Omaha Westside is, do they really want it? And they really stepped up in the second half of that Omaha Burke game, and that is going to be the biggest thing for Westside coming into this game, bringing that momentum and wanting to go back to that state tournament where they had a really tough time last year as they took the first round exit to Creighton Prep, who's not in the state tournament this year. So Westside's looking to get back in that state tournament, looking to make a run and bring some success back here to Omaha Westside.
Look for 2 seniors tonight, Tate Advani and Kevin Brown. The 2 seniors, they want to go to state. They want to win their final game here on Jim Tangdahl Court here at Westside's gym. And Kevin Stubblefield, the junior, leads this team with 15.7 points per game. He ranks 11th in Class A in scoring, and Tate Advani ranks 15th in Class A in scoring with 15.3 points a game. But another player to watch, I think, is C.J. Mitchell. You talked to him after the game in the semifinals of district. C.J. Mitchell is averaging now in double figures, 10 points a game, but he is having a brilliant game, dishing out the ball, 3.7 assists per game. He now ranks in the top 10 in Class A in assists at number 9. Look for him to have a big game tonight. And other players that have sub roles, Malik Crawford, he now leads the team in three-point percentage at 38% from behind the arc. He also is the leader in steals right now, and you got to remember Caleb Benning, their top defender. He leads the team in steals, and he had that big game against Bellevue West with 15 points a game. And another player I look for to come off the bench, Maddox Anderson. He has made 5 3-pointers coming off the bench in 2 of the last 3 games. So it's going to be a great game. Everything's on the line to go to state.
So you talk about a few key players for Lincoln High. You already mentioned Westside. Players to look out for tonight for Lincoln High, you always have to look out for Vince Garrett. I already mentioned he's leading the team with 14.5 points per game. And then you also talked about Colin Nick, who's also a senior. He has 9.1 points per game. So this team will not back down from a fight, and that is Omaha Westside. This team, they had a very close game against Millard South in the semifinals. They had to really scratch that one out at home against Millard South, where they really only won in the final seconds of the game. They took out that win just by 2 points. So you take a look at how they play against teams. They play really close to teams. They won't let them get too ahead of them. They won't let them get too behind of them. So this team will be coming in here looking to make their run to the state tournament.
The hotbed of basketball in high school right now is the capital city, Lincoln. They have so much talent down there this year, and I think that's going to help Lincoln High get ready for this game against Westside. The home court advantage, it's got to be on Westside's side. I mean, they've got their band here. They've got the student body who got in free tonight by McGill Restoration. They paid for all the tickets for the students, so there'll be a lot of students pouring into the gym tonight for the game, and they'll be loud, the Red Shield. I just think it's a great atmosphere for high school basketball tonight.
So we're going to take a quick break here on the WTV Live Network. When we come back, we'll have the national anthem and starting lineups when we come back on the WTV Live Network.
We thank you for your cooperation and good luck to both teams. This time we ask you to please rise and move cover as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem by the Westside High School Pet Band.
It's time to play basketball here. The district finals of number 1 and number 2 seed Omaha Westside and Lincoln High. I'm Max Coughlin. Alongside me tonight is Ross Jernstrom to give you all the excitement to see who will punch their ticket to Lincoln next week for the state tournament.
And Westside will go with that small lineup with Malik Crawford in there at guard, Kevin Stubblefield, Tate Oddbody, C.J. Mitchell, and Caleb Benning. Look for Kevin Brown to come off the bench.
And Westside will win the tip-off, and it's time to play basketball. C.J. Mitchell will start with the ball. He'll give it over to Benning. Now Oddbody, Westside working quick out of the gun. Malik Crawford on the right wing. Now Caleb Benning driving down low. He'll give it to Stubblefield for 3. Just no good. It'll be rebounded by Lincoln High. Colin he'll give it over down low to Kai Dew. And it'll be taken away by Kevin Stubblefield. Here comes Omaha Westside. Kevin Stubblefield will take it for himself off the glass, no good. It'll be rebounded by Bullis and then now taken away by Westside. Crawford for 3. And he just doesn't have it, rebounded by Bullis.
Little tough start for Westside, 0 for 3 going down court.
Andrew Gaines, he'll give it down low to Nick. Now Bullis up at the top. Now Gaines, he'll drive in for himself. He'll take a step off the glass, just no good, rebounded. And a foul is called on Kevin Stubblefield, and Andrew Gaines will go to the line to shoot 2.
And Tate Ottbody's asking, that guy's arm was wrapped around my head. He thought he should have been called for a foul, but Lincoln High is going to the charity stripe to try to get on the scoreboard.
And Gaines will just put in his first attempt, and that's the first point of the game, as it's 1-0 in favor of the Lynx. And he puts in his second attempt to go 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, and it's 2-0 Lincoln.
Lincoln High going out with that zone, 2-3 zone. Now they go to a man-to-man.
Kevin Stubblefield back out to C.J. Mitchell. Now Mitchell back on the right wing. He'll take a dribble. Spin move. He'll work inside off the glass. Fouled. No shot. But he'll go to the line to shoot.
I think that's going to be the game plan for Westside. Drive inside. Try to get some players from Lincoln High in foul trouble. They've got 2, 6, 8 center and forward down there, so it's going to be tough for the Warriors to go inside.
And Mitchell will put in his first attempt. It's the first point of the night here for the Warriors as they trail 1-2. Packed house here at Omaha Westside for the district final. It's packed on both sides. We have not seen that in quite some time here at Westside, but the Lincoln High students and fan base made the trip down here to Omaha to support their fellow basketball players. Spin move shot, and it's good. Vince Garrett will have his first point of the night. As Westside's working quick here with 6:23 to play. Caleb Benning working down low. He'll take it for himself. No good. Rebounded by Advadi, and he puts it up. First points of the night here for Tate Advadi. Now the long pass. And Bullis down low. He'll work it for himself, trying to find someone to give it off to. It's taken away by Kevin Stubblefield. Stubblefield working down low now. Caleb Benning. Benning off the glass, and he's fouled. He'll go to the charity stripe for 2.
Notice the transition game for Westside. They're going to run on Lincoln High tonight. Every time they get the goal, they're going to hit that outlet pass and go down court quick. When you go small, you got to run it. That's what Westside's game plan is tonight.
Caleb Benning at the line to shoot 2. And he puts his first attempt in to tie this ball game up at 4 apiece. He'll have one more.
Yeah, Caleb's been very good from the charity stripe here lately in the last month. He's really put his game together offensively. He's such a great defender.
And Benning will put his second attempt up as he goes 2 for 2 from the line. And Westside has their first lead of the night. It's 5-4 in favor of Westside. Lincoln working with the ball. Long pass over to Garrett. Garrett on the right wing. He'll take the 3 for himself, and he just doesn't have it. Rebounded by Malik Crawford. Crawford over to Kevin Stubblefield. He's working quick. Benning for a 3. And it's just no good off the iron. Rebounded by Bullis. Now Gaines. Gaines will take it up in the middle, and he'll back off. Westside playing that tight one-on-one defense as we've been seeing all year long. Gaines in some trouble. He'll give it over. Colin Nick working inside for himself. Spin back, no good. Rebounded by Tate Advadi. Now Caleb Benning working inside for himself again. He's fouled, and 1! Count the bucket. He'll go to the line to shoot one more.
Great pass down court by Advadi. He finds Benning, and Benning takes it to the hoop, and he draws the foul, looking for a 3-point play.
And he'll put the free throw up, and that's a 3-point play for Caleb Benning, who has gone off on a hot start tonight.
3 for 3 from the free throw line, off to an impressive start.
Vince Garrett, he'll give it over to Andrew Gaines. Now Colin Nick thinks for the 3, he doesn't go for it. He'll work inside. Caleb Benning playing one-on-one. Now Wynn with the ball. He'll work to the right. Elvis Wynn, he backs off. Now Nick for 3. Just no good. Air ball rebounded by Malik Crawford. Crawford calling up a quick play. Advadi down low. Reverse layup. And he's got it!
What an amazing shot by Tate Advadi. Just a reverse layup, and the Warriors are up by 6, 10-4.
And the momentum is all in Westside's favor, and we're going to take a quick break here on the WTV Live Network. When we come back, we'll have the final 4:43 left in the first quarter of play. Welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. I'm Max Coughlin. Alongside me tonight is Ross Jernstrom. Westside has the lead 10-4 here with 4:43 remaining in the first to play.
Tate Oddbody already has 4 points in the game, and Caleb Benning has 5.
Colin Nick down low to Vince Garrett. Vince Garrett, he'll use his pivot foot and he'll put it up off the glass for his 4th point of the game. Kevin Stubblefield working slowly now back out to CJ Mitchell as head coach Jim Simons will call a play from the bench. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes Oddbody now. Stubblefield at the top of the key. Stubblefield working in and out, zigzagging off the glass, and he puts it in.
Just a great drive on the big guy, and he lays it in off the glass.
Now Andrew Gaines using some separation on Caleb Benning and Vince Garrett with the ball. Now back to Gaines. Now Nick in the corner. Lincoln moving the ball around all phases of the court here as Westside has now moved to a 2-3 defense. Westside in the zone, trying to combat Lincoln's offense in any way possible. And it's taken away. CJ Mitchell on the fast break, 1-on-2. And he just has to put it in. Tipped back in by Caleb Benning.
Just a great follow by Benning.
And it's taken away once again. Now Kevin Stubblefield. And he just has it in. What a momentum shifter right there for Omaha Westside. It's 15-6.
Wow, what a transition there. The Warriors score 6 straight points, open up a 6-point lead. Just great transition and defense by the Warriors to force those turnovers. And they have opened up a 10-point lead, and we're less than 5 minutes into this game.
Andrew Gaines with the ball. He'll give it over to Vince Garrett. Now back to Gaines. Now Nick. Now down low. Bang! Vince Garrett with the alley-oop dunk. What a dunk right there. It was an alley-oop from Colin Nick to Vince Garrett. And the momentum seems to be shifting a little bit as Lincoln is on their feet. And is just no good by Kevin Stubblefield, rebounded by Vince Garrett. And Ross, we talked about Garrett in the pregame show. He is by far that X factor here for Lincoln High tonight, and he is showing it completely. Now Wynn for 3 in the corner. Got it! Elvis Wynn for 3 in the corner for his first points of the night.
Lincoln High's not giving up.
CJ Mickle working down low. Crawford for 3. Got it! Malik Crawford for 3 in the corner. That's his first points of the night.
And that's a way to stop that run by Lincoln High.
Colin Nick working inside, no good. Rebounded by Garrett, tipped out of bounds by Malik Crawford. He'll stay here as Lincoln ball. Kevin Brown and Maddox Anderson, Ross, you talked about them in the pregame show. Big-time players coming off the bench. Kevin Brown still coming back from that knee injury he's been battling all year. He was a starter early on in the season, went out of the season for about 2 weeks, battling a knee injury. He's back as a role player here for Westside, but that is the best-case scenario for head coach Jim Simons as they need him in the lineup. Yeah. And here he is making his appearance tonight. Yeah,
Kevin Brown, the second leading rebound for Westside, but he also leads the team in blocks, and he's the best player for Westside for field goal percentage. He averages almost 67% from the field on field goal range. So Kevin is a big plus for Westside inside right now.
Garrett down low, and he's got it. Bryson Faines down low, making his appearance here tonight. That's his first bucket of the night. It's 19-13 in favor of Westside. Hey, Oddbody with the ball. He'll give it over to Kevin Brown on the left wing. Now Oddbody. He'll pull up, jump shot, got it!
I'll tell you what, Tate Oddbody good off that dribble, hits the jumper. Warriors up now by 8.
And the three just no good from Kwai Diu. And it'll be Westside ball out of bounds on the Lynx.
I'm really impressed with Westside's defense so far in this game. They've really forced a lot of turnovers, and they're playing very good defense against this much bigger team from Lincoln High.
CJ Mitchell walking it up. He'll give it over to Kevin Brown. Now Advati over to Benning. Now Mitchell again. Westside working it around. CJ Mitchell, jump shot inside, blocked by Vince Garrett. And it's kept here on Lincoln's side by Colin Nick. Now Nick, he'll do a Euro step off the glass. No good, rebounded by Maddox Anderson. He'll be the one to bring this one up on the right side now. Way over to Advati. Advati, three, just no good. It's rebounded by Vince Garrett. Now Garrett will take it in for himself as he is fouled on his way up by Caleb Benning.
And that'll be the third foul on Westside. Lincoln High also has 3 fouls so far in the game, but Lincoln High will go to the line to close this 8-point margin. It's like a track meet out there between both these teams, the way they're running up and down the court.
Both teams going non-stop here, opening up in the first quarter play. We are just about 3 seconds under a minute to play in the first quarter as Vince Garrett will have one more shot from the line. And he puts in his second attempt. He goes 2 from 2 from the line. It's 21-15 here as we just get under a minute to play. CJ Mitchell, he'll give it over to Anderson. Anderson, he's in some trouble with Wynn. Now Advati. Lincoln High playing man-on-man defense. Hey, Advati down low. He'll give it over to Anderson. Anderson thinks about the three, doesn't go for it. He'll keep his dribble. Now Anderson. Over to Brown, now Mitchell. Mitchell, he'll slow things down. 13 seconds to shoot, 40 seconds on the clock. Mitchell, floater, off the glass, just no good. It's rebounded, and a foul is called on Kevin Brown. It'll be Lincoln High ball.
Yeah, Kevin just kind of reaching in, trying to get that rebound, caught the arm, and that'll be Westside's 4th foul so far in this first half.
Ricky Lofton, the Omaha South transfer who was battling an ACL injury early on in the season, is back. He's making his appearance here tonight for Omaha Westside. He's checking in for Tate Advati.
Need tight defense. Lincoln High will probably work for that one final shot here at the end of the first quarter.
Vince Garrett, he'll give it down low to Faines. Faines will just miss the floater, and Malik Croft will take this one up. He'll give it over to CJ Mitchell as Mitchell walks it up. 15 seconds on the clock. Westside to sit this one down for the final shot here. CJ Mitchell calling a play. Mitchell, he'll go over to the right side. He'll use his dribble. Now Anderson. Anderson thinks for 3. He'll pull up for the jump shot. Just no good. Andrew Gaines, 1 second. And he'll shoot it. Time expires, no good. And that'll do it here for the first quarter of play. It's 21-15 in favor of Omaha Westside. What a quarter right there, Ross. You mentioned it seemed like a track meet as both teams are running up and down the court non-stop. This break was much needed for not just Westside, but for both teams here as they just need to calm down, take a break. Westside has a lead 21-15.
I think it's just a good strategy when you have a big team like Lincoln High. You want to wear those big guys out, running up and down the court. You don't want a half-court game. You want to make a transition game up and down the court as much as they can. Notice when Westside gets the ball, they immediately hit the outlet pass to half-court and then maybe dribble in all the way out the fast break to score a basket. But that's kind of the strategy that head coach Jim Simons has for Westside. It's off to a good start, 21-15. The Warriors' biggest lead was 8 points in that first quarter, and it's a 6-point margin here after 1.
As we are now just getting here for the first start of the second quarter. Brand new, fresh set of 8 minutes to play here at Jim Tangal Court. As the biggest thing here for Westside is you got to stay on top. Right now you're up by 6 points. You got to have the lead. You got to stay with the lead going into halftime. You can't let Lincoln High keep creeping back up, getting those big shots, and that's going to be the biggest challenge here for Westside. As you saw in the Burke game, Burke only was down by 3 points going into the half, and Burke was probably one of the worst teams in the Metro here all year long, and you just got to think that's the biggest challenge for Westside right now. Now here's Vince Garrett over to Elvis Wynn. And he puts in the 3. 2 for 2 tonight from beyond the arc. As Elvis Wynn has the hot hand here so far for the Lynx.
Yeah, he has played very well recently.
And it's blocked and taken away by Lincoln High as Ricky Lofton regains it for Westside. Now Malik Crawford. Crawford, he'll work inside off the glass. It's tipped and blocked by Faines. And a goaltending call will go in favor of Westside as Bryson Faines was called for goaltending.
Yeah, that went off the glass. And as soon as it goes off the glass, that's goaltending. So a good break for Westside right there. No, they did not call the basket. They did not call it.
Colin Nick down low in the corner. Andrew Gaines in some trouble. He'll give it to Nick. And it'll go out of bounds. It's Westside ball. 21-17 here with 6:57 to play.
From our range, it looked like that was goaltending, didn't it?
So apparently
they're
there's some
down at the scorer's table right now, the official checking it out.
There's some mishaps with the scoreboard and the official score, but we have both sides fans saying one thing other the other. The score we have right now is 21-17, which is not technically correct.
I had 21-18. They had a three-pointer that Lincoln High made. Instead, they moved it to 21-17.
If the technical, there it is, 23-17 here.
Yeah.
Now that puts in favor for Westside as a technical, as the goaltending call was in fact called, so that is the right call. But it should be 23-18.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Max. It should be 23-18.
And now we have the official score. It's 23-18.
That's what I had in the book. That was a three-pointer by Lincoln High down at the right side of the court. I was looking at my scorebook to see if I was doing something wrong, but I had it right. They got everything cleared.
And we're back to game here. Caleb Benning with the ball. He'll get over to Ricky Lawson. Now Adavati. He's at the top of the key. He'll step back. As Bullis are playing tight one-on-one defense. Ricky Lawson, Crawford for three at the top. Just no good. It's rebounded by Vince Garrett. Garrett will bring this one up on the left side. He's working quick. Garrett now over to Elvis Wynn. He thinks where the three doesn't go. Malik Crawford now tightening that defense on Wynn as he has a hot hand right now for Lincoln. He's 2 for 2 so far from beyond the arc. Now Faines down low. He'll back in. He's in some trouble. He's fouled on the way up by Kevin Stubblefield, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
And they called it on Tate Oddbody. Kevin Stubblefield was down there. I thought he got a piece of the ball, but they called it body on Tate Oddbody, and that's the 5th foul for Westside, 3 fouls for Lincoln High.
And Ross, you take in mind right now, Bryson Faines, he's one of the 6'8 players along with Bolus on the court. And they are both on the court right now, so that is a big-time factor for Lincoln. You have 2 6'8 guys. That topples everybody for Omaha Westside, as your tallest player is Kevin Brown. So you look at it from a standpoint of height differential, and Lincoln High is totally beating right now in that fact. And Colin Nick will check in for Bryson Faines, who will go 1 for 2 from the line.
That's why Westside's been trying to run as much as they can against the Lynx so far in this game. This half-court game favors Lincoln High.
Mitchell over to Adavati. Now out to Stubblefield, back to Mitchell. Crawford on the left wing. Now down low to Stubblefield. Stubblefield, he'll work back out to Crawford. Crawford working in a long pass over to Mitchell. Mitchell for 3. And it's nowhere near good. Rebounded by Colin Nick. Now Lincoln High working quick. Bolus down low, and he puts it in.
That zone defense by Lincoln High, the 2-3 zone. Westside needs to break it. They haven't shot well from beyond the stripe, beyond the arc so far in this game.
And Kevin Stubblefield will be fouled on the ground. Westside will inbound this ball as Kevin Brown will check in for Malik Crawford. It's 23-21. Lincoln High has cut the deficit to just 2 points.
The Lynx have come back. They were down by 8 points in the first quarter, and now it's just a 2-point game.
Advati, quick 3, step back. Bang! Tate Advati for 3. He has 9 points tonight.
And the senior has come to play tonight.
And the 3 is good. Vince Garrett. 26-24. Westside still has the lead with 5:22 to play. Caleb Benning, he's slowing things down. He'll give it over to C.J. Mitchell. Mitchell walking up past midcourt. Now Advati on the right wing, back to Mitchell. Now Advati, long three from downtown. Bang! Back-to-back threes from Tate Advati, as he has 12 points tonight so far.
He does not want to stay home. He wants to go to state. He has come to play tonight, the All-Stater.
Vince Garrett thinks about the three. He doesn't go. He'll work inside for himself. Jump shot at the free throw line. Banks it in. And the bank is open on a Tuesday night in Omaha, Nebraska, Ross.
Yeah, that's good for the Lynx when you can hit it off the glass. Probably wasn't planned that way, but it's good.
C.J. Mitchell over to Benning. Benning working over on the right side. He'll stop his dribble, give it to Brown, now down low to Stubblefield. Stubblefield will work his way in, bullying his way in. Now back out. Mitchell for three. And he just doesn't have it, rebounded by the Lynx. Justin Bowles will give it over to Andrew Gaines. Now Lincoln High working quick, step back. Gaines working down low. He's met by Westside Warriors, and a travel is called on Andrew Gaines, and that fires up the Westside bench.
And that was just defense, good defense by Westside. He tried to pull up, and he had two defenders from Westside against him, and he just took an extra step, couldn't do it.
Dial will check in here for Elvis Wynn. C.J. Mitchell, he'll get it now over to Caleb Benning. Mitchell working to the right side. He'll keep it for himself now down low to Stubblefield. He's met, it's tipped and blocked away by Bryson Faines, and he just doesn't put it back up himself, but there's Kevin Brown to save him right there for his first points on the evening. Now Dayu down low, he'll get it back out to Vince Garrett. Garrett, he's holding on to the ball, he'll give it over to Gaines. Now Nick on the left wing, he'll give it down low to Faines. Faines bullying his way in, and another travel call on the Lincoln High Lynx. That is two travel calls in a row for Lincoln. And Ross, we talk about it basically every single game for both teams. It seems like is mistakes and turnovers are a killer for you, especially in the first half, where teams, they go back in the locker room, then they talk about it, they fix it up. But for teams who want to win games, they have to get rid of those turnovers in the first half of play. Now Tate Advati just misses his three-point attempt. It's rebounded by Vince Garrett. Garrett, he'll give it over to Gaines. Now Nick in the corner. Nick, he'll work his way. Long pass over to Dyer, and it goes way out of bounds.
And there's another turnover. And I'm telling you, it's a lot of it is just Westside's defense. They are doubling up against Lincoln High, and they are forcing the bad passes right there and the travel calls, and those turnovers are just costly for Lincoln High.
C.J. Mitchell, he's working in the middle. Pass, now Advati for three again. Got it! Tate Advati for three. He's 3 for 4 tonight from the three-point line. Andrew Gaines, quick jump shot, and he's got it. It's 34-28 here with under 3 minutes of play in the first half.
Well, you know who's hot.
Advati again, no good. It'll go out of bounds. It's Lincoln High ball. And Ross, this is the time right here where Lincoln really, if they want to win this game, if they want to really win the half right here, this is where they're going to have to step it up. Under 3 minutes of play, down 34-28. They're going to have to produce. They're going to have to make those shots, the inside shots, especially outside. Elvis Wynn, who has been on fire tonight so far from the three-point line, he's currently on the bench, but here comes Vince Garrett. Garrett working inside for himself. He'll now give it back out. Dayu thinks with a three, doesn't go for it. Now he'll stop his dribble, give it down low to Bryson Faines. Faines, he'll give it, and he puts it in. Lincoln High cuts the deficit down to just 4 points here as there's 2:15 to play.
They went out of that 2-3 zone. Now they go to a man-to-man.
Stubblefield, he thinks with a three. He'll step back, doesn't go. Now Brown over to Mitchell on the left wing. Benning down low in the corner. Benning, he'll stop his dribble for himself, and he puts it in.
That's a good matchup for Westside right there with Benning.
And it's taken away by Tate Advati. Now C.J. Mitchell working on the right side, and that one's tipped out of bounds by Justin Bullis.
Lincoln High has really struggled getting back to defend against Westside. They got lucky there with a little deflection, but Westside was moving the ball down court, had a chance for another layup.
Jay Advati will be the one to inbound this ball. 1:47 to play. Westside leads 36-30. C.J. Mitchell on the right side. He stops his dribble now over to Benning. Back to Mitchell. Now Stubblefield. Mitchell, he'll work inside. Spin move. Stubblefield for three. And it's just no good. Rebounded by Vince Garrett. Garrett over to Gaines. Gaines on the right wing. He'll work back up to the top of the key. He'll spin move now back out. C.J. Mitchell playing tight one-on-one defense with Gaines. He's in some trouble. And it's taken away by Tay Advati, and a foul is called on Gaines.
Yeah.
And no shot right there. There was a foul before the dunk.
Yeah, I think Jay took a little extra step there, but he went in there and dunked the ball, but there was a foul on Lincoln High. That is their 5th of the game. Westside also has 5 fouls.
Almost under a minute to play here, 1:07. Caleb Benning is tipped and blocked away by Vince Garrett, and he's the one to bring this one up here. He's working quick at the top of the key now, working to the right side. He loses his dribble, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay here as Lincoln balls that went out of bounds on C.J. Mitchell.
28 seconds on the shot clock.
Colin Nick will check in for Bryson Faines.
They got the big lineup in there right now, 6'8", 6'8".
Now Bullis gets the ball in the inbound. He'll give it over to Vince Garrett. Garrett at the top of the key, finding which way he wants to go to. He'll give it to Nick. 21 seconds now on the shot clock. Here's Gaines for three. Got it! Big time three right there from Andrew Gaines. And Ross, I just mentioned it a few minutes ago, those are the shots that Lincoln High is going to have to make if they want any chance of either winning this half, winning this game. They have to drop those shots, and Andrew Gaines doing a great job of doing just that. Now Kevin Stubblefield working his way down low for a quick 2 points. It's 38-33. Under 25 seconds to play. Gaines with the ball. He's at the top of the key. Most likely to sit this one down for the final shot to sit this clock out. Gaines in some trouble. He finds now down low to Colin Nick. Nick, long pass over to Garrett. 5 seconds to play. Gaines. Now C.J. Mitchell, he take the final shot, just no good off the glass. And that'll do it here for the first half of play. It's 38-33 in favor of Westside. Ross, give me your first half impressions, your first half thoughts.
It's been like a track meet. Westside running the ball, scoring off a lot of layups. And Lincoln High, I got to hand it to them. They've hit some big three-point shots in this game to stay in it. And that is what kept them in this game. Westside's biggest margin was 8 points, and they've cut it to 2 twice since they went up by 8. But Lincoln High's not going anywhere. They are playing very competitive against this Westside team.
So we're going to take a quick break here on the WTV Live Network. When we come back, we will have the beginning of the second half of action. welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. I'm Max Coughlin. Alongside me tonight is Ross Jernstrom. It's 38-33 here as we are just about a minute away from getting back underway here at Westside High School for the A-6 District Final. It has been a tough battle for Westside and Lincoln so far here. The number 1 and number 2 seeds here looking to punch their ticket to make it to the state tournament.
Yeah, Tate Oddbody has come to play tonight. The All-Stater who's heading to Colorado Christian College leads the Warriors with 15 points. Caleb Benning has added 9, but Tate Oddbody, he had a trio of three-pointers in the second quarter to keep Westside in front. Vince Garrett leads Lincoln High with 13 points, and Andrew Gaines has 7 points. It's a 5-point margin. Westside leads, but Max, I think you got to remember what happened against Burke. Westside came out very slow against Burke at the start of the third quarter, and the Bulldogs took the lead in that game, but then they had to come back at the last 4 minutes of the third quarter and pulled ahead and went on to win the game. But Westside's got to come out here and put some pressure on Lincoln High here at the start of the third quarter.
Westside will start with the ball here. CJ Mitchell over to Caleb Benning. Now Kevin Stubblefield, he'll work to the right side. Backdoor pass over to Tate Oddbody off the glass, and he's fouled on his way up. He'll go to the line to shoot.
He's the guy that got to go to Westside's Tate Oddbody. Tate will take it to the bucket. He already has 15 points in this game.
And Oddbody will put his first attempt up. He'll have one more. It's now 39-33 here in the start of the third quarter of action. And Oddbody will put in his second attempt. He'll go 2 for 2 from the line. Westside has reached the 40-point mark here early on in the second half. Colin Nick with the ball. He'll work towards the right side. Now back out to Vince Garrett. Garrett slowing things down here, trying to find someone to get it open to. He finds Dayu. Dayu, he'll take the long three, and he just doesn't have it. It's kept here by Andrew Gaines on an impressive rebound. Now Colin Nick thinks with the three, doesn't go. Andrew Gaines down low. Bryson feigns, he'll pump fake, and he puts it right back up off the glass for the first points of the second half here for the Lynx. It's 40-35 as Westside has a 5-point lead. Now Benning working down low over to Stubblefield. Stubblefield for three. Bang! Big three in the corner for Kevin Stubblefield. 9 points so far tonight here for the junior forward. Andrew Gaines, he'll get it down low to Vince Garrett. Long pass over to Colin Nick. Now down low to Bryson Faines, and a foul is called down low on the floor. The foul is on Kevin Stubblefield. That's the first team foul of the second half here for the Warriors. That's Stubblefield's second personal.
Yeah, look it up.
And the three from Colin Nick, no good, as he was wide open in the corner. Benning, he's working fast. Stubblefield again for three. And he just doesn't have it. Rebounded by Andrew Gaines. It's 43-35 with 6:34 to play. Down low pass, Bryson Faines. It's almost taken away and put back up off the glass. Bryson Faines, who has been on fire tonight down low on the block, is keeping his heat up.
Yeah, that's the plan for Lincoln High. Go inside, get it to their big men. Westside really doesn't have an answer against a 6'8" center like that.
Tate Oddbody, he'll get it over to Kevin Stubblefield. Stubblefield at the top of the key. He'll take the three again, and he just doesn't have it off the iron. Rebounded by Vince Garrett. He's working quick here. It's tipped and out of bounds. It's staying here as Lincoln ball.
Westside really struggling to get that ball inside. They've set it for the three-point attempt the last 2 times down the court.
Bryson feigns, and he puts it up on the right side block.
And that is 6 straight points for the Lynx.
CJ Mitchell, he's in the corner. He'll work down low on Dayu. And he puts it in off the glass for the first point to quit the 6-0 run for Lincoln. And a timeout is called, and we're going to take one as well here on the WTV Live Network when we come back. we'll have more third quarter action. Welcome back here on the WTV Live Network for the A-6 District Finals, the number 1 and number 2 seeds, Westside and Lincoln High. I'm Max Coughlin. Alongside me is Ross Jernstrom to give you all the action as we have 5:38 to play in the third quarter. Vince Garrett with the ball. Now he'll give it over to Andrew Gaines. Dayu trying to find someone. He'll give it back up at the top of the key to Gaines. Gaines, he'll think about it for himself. Now Dayu. Vince Garrett in the corner. He'll work back inside. Colin Nick. He's in some trouble. Long pass over to Dayu as Dayu will work back in for himself. He's in some trouble. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Garrett for himself. Jump shot, and he doesn't have it. Rebounded by Malik Crawford. Crawford will use his separation. He'll take it for himself. He'll go off the glass, and he has it.
What a drive by Malik Crawford. He just took it to the hoop and determined, and the Warriors extend that lead.
47-39 here, under 5 minutes of play in the third. Bryson feigns. He went up, thought he was fouled, and he doesn't. CJ Mitchell, now he'll put it in up off the glass, and it's good. And a quick timeout right there from Lincoln High head coach Dan Noble. And Westside has the momentum, Ross.
Westside opens up their biggest lead of the game, 10 points, 49-39. But they did it with their transition, driving to the hole with Malik. And then with Mitchell driving to the hoop. They also went to a 2-3 zone down when Lincoln High had the ball because they were just pounding the ball inside and getting the easy buckets underneath. So Westside goes to that 2-3 zone, and it really frustrated Lincoln High the last 2 times down the court. And Westside now has their biggest lead of the game at 10 points.
It is a packed house here at Westside High School. Both sides of the court. You can see the student section at the top right of your screen. This is probably the biggest they have been all year long, take in mind, besides the prep game, because you just always have to be packed for the Creighton prep game. But besides that, this student section has made an appearance here tonight. Ross, you mentioned before the game, they all got in for free, which personally, me, as a student, I'm taking that all day. But nonetheless, it is a packed house here on both sides. Lincoln High has showed up here, traveling all the way, about a 40-minute drive from Lincoln. They made it here to Westside High School to watch the A-6 District Final. Andrew Gaines stops his dribble, jump shot, and he misses it. Put it back up! Justin Bullis! What a dunk! Put it back, rebounded dunk. And it's 49-41, 8-point lead here for Westside.
Yeah, Westside can't do much about that.
No shot foul.
That'll be Lincoln High's third foul here of the second half. And Westside will take the ball out underneath.
Elvis Wynn will check in for Dayu. As earlier on in this game, Ross, he had the hot hand here for the Lynx, and he's going to have to put that back on beyond the arc to really give Lincoln High a shot. And the three. Bang! Tayon Vadi for 3 on the left wing. 20 points so far tonight here for the senior. As Faines, he's in some trouble. He misses it. Rebounded by Bullis. He puts it back up, and he's fouled and one. Lincoln doing a great job in transition to get a quick point and the and one for Justin Bullis, the 6'8 center. He's now at the line to shoot for the 3-point possible play. And Bullis will put his attempt in. He's going 3-point play. And that's a big turn of events right there for Lincoln. Now CJ Mitchell using his body, and a charging call is called on CJ Mitchell. What a defensive effort right there for Elvis Wynn. one of the biggest role players on this team. He has come off the bench all year long. That is probably his best role that he could do, and he's not a starter, but he is by far one of those players who needs to get minutes and needs to be in the game, as you clearly can see what he contributes to this team. Now Andrew Gaines at the top of the key. Westside going back to the one-on-one defense. Gaines down low, and he's fouled. Another charging call is called. Caleb Benning putting his body on the line, and he's been doing that all year long. Ross, he's a football player. He's one of the best football players in the state in this 2024 class, so he is not afraid to put his body on the line, drawing a charging call, and it's Westside ball.
He leads the team in steals, and he's just a smart basketball player. So good athletically, but he's also very smart on the court. He knows what to do, and he can draw those fouls.
Advati, Brown for three. And he just doesn't have it. It's rebounded by Justin Bullis. Vince Garrett with the ball. He'll give it to Andrew Gaines. Gaines on the right wing, down low pass over to Faines. It's taken away by C.J. Mitchell, and a foul is called on Bryson Faines, as he is not happy about that call.
And boy, the Lincoln High coach is off the bench, and he is not liking that call by the officials. It's a second foul that they've got on Lincoln High that's going down the court on offense.
Lincoln not too happy over there on the bench, and Bryson Faines, who showed a little emotion right there after that call. Nonetheless, Kevin Brown with the ball now. Caleb Benning in the corner. He'll make a move. Now he loses his dribble. He'll fall to the ground. And a jump ball called. It'll go in favor of Lincoln. 52-44 with 3:09 remaining in the third.
Good idea by Caleb Benning to drive inside. He got a lot of attention there in the paint. And Lincoln High was able to come up with the jump ball.
Now Vince Garrett, he's down low. And a foul is called on Kevin Brown. That's 14 fouls so far here tonight. That's 2 personal for Kevin Brown, the senior, who we just did a full court press with today, Ross. And we learned that his favorite food is Wingstop. He loves the lemon pepper wings, so we learn something new every day from this Westside basketball team.
Yep.
Vince Garrett now over to Bullis. Bullis working down low. Spin move. He'll go off the glass. It was now Win for 3. Elvis Win. 3 for 3 tonight so far from the three-point line, as he has not stopped his contributions from the first half.
Lincoln High has come alive, down by 10. They're within 5 now.
Caleb Benning over to Brown. Now Stubblefield in the corner. Stubblefield calling someone to get over. Now Advati. 3. Bang! Step back 3 for Tate Advati.
He is on fire tonight. That is his 5th three-pointer of the game. He has 23 points.
Tate Advati, who has stepped up big time here tonight so far, in a traveling call on Elvis Win, as he is not happy about that call.
And the Lincoln High bench is going crazy over there.
And we're going to have to get something here, as you can see in the corner down low. Lincoln's coach is not happy. Head coach Dan Noble is giving an earful to these referees tonight. Oh my goodness.
And there is about ready to have it. You could see a T here.
No technical foul here on head coach Dan Noble of Lincoln, so we're playing ball. Westside with the ball. Caleb Benning on the right wing. He'll give it over to Advati. Advati thinks for the 3. Step up, jump shot. Bang! Tate Advati, I cannot say enough. 57-47. He is having a game of his life.
Absolutely. He is red hot.
And it's taken away. Kevin Stubblefield has the ball. He's bringing it up past midcourt. He's working fast, and now it's taken away. Brought back here by C.J. Mitchell. And no shot called. Foul on the Lynx, as this game is just back and forth, Ross.
I'm telling you, the intensity on the court, you can feel it. The Lincoln High bench knows this is a critical point in this game. Westside had a 10-point lead. The Lynx pulled it within 5, but it's back up to 10 points right now, 57-47.
Kevin Brown to get the ball now. Tate Advati. C.J. Mitchell, he's in some trouble. It's taken away by Dye. Dayu on a fast break, one-on-one without dividing. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Probably should have just let him drive in for the bucket there for Westside, but the 10-point lead. Tate Advadi's called on it. Tate has 25 points in this game so far.
Shooting 2 at the line is Dayu. Westside leading this one by 10, 57-47. As he just misses his first attempt, he'll have one more. Ricky Lofton will check in here for C.J. Mitchell. As Dayu will put in his second attempt, he goes 1 for 2 from the line. Malik Crawford getting this one. He'll take it up court, long pass over to Lofton. He has to jump for it as he takes it inside, spin move. And he just puts it in off the glass. Spin move, Ricky Lofton, the transfer from Omaha South, with his first points on the night. And a blocking foul on Caleb Benny. He did not like that call right there.
Yeah, that one went the other way. Caleb really holds it in there, tries to draw the foul, but that time it went against him. And Lincoln High will take the ball out. That is Westside's 6th foul, so the next one will be the bonus for Lincoln High.
And it'll stay here as Lincoln ball, as Westside showing a ton of emotion right here, as just not a ton of calls going their way as of such. Andrew Gaines trying to find someone to get into. He finds Elvis Wynn. Now over to Vince Garrett. Garrett, he stops his dribble, uses in his pivot foot. He'll find Wynn. Now he'll work past midcourt. Stops his dribble, trying to find someone to get into. Kevin Brown played tight one-on-one. Andrew Gaines, 15 seconds to shoot. Gaines, he'll work inside, and he puts it up. Big time shot right there from Andrew Gaines with under a minute to play here in the third. 59-50. Westside has a 9-point lead. Caleb Benny spin move off the glass, and no foul called right there. Elvis Wynn, he'll step back, stops his dribble, 3-pointer, and he just doesn't have her nowhere near good. Now Caleb Benny, he'll take it for himself again. Crawford, 3. And he just doesn't have it, 18 seconds to play. Now Elvis Wynn, he'll step back, 3-point shot, and it's no good. A whole bunch of 3-pointers being shot up right here, none of them going in.
7 seconds left.
Malik Crawford, 3 seconds. Benning for 3. And he just doesn't have it. That'll do it here for the third quarter of play, 59-50. As we head to the final 8 minutes of play for the A-6 District Finals. We're going to take a quick break here on the WTV Live Network. When we come back, we'll have the final set of 8 minutes. Welcome back here at Jim Tango Court. I'm Max Coughlin, Ross Jernstrom right next to me as we have an action-packed game here as we go to the final set of 8 minutes here at Westside High School. It's 59-50.
Westside averages 65 points a game. They're already at 59. That just shows you how much this running Westside team has been on the court tonight, scoring a lot of points.
C.J. Mitchell with the ball down low. He'll give it over to Stubblefield. Stubblefield works his way, backs his way in as he tries to find someone to get out to, and he'll go up as he fouled on his way up by Andrew Gaines. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And that's the 6th foul on Lincoln High, so the next foul by the Lynx, Westside will be in the bonus for the rest of the game.
As he puts the attempt up, it's 60-50. Westside has a 10-point lead. Stubblefield will have one more to shoot. And he puts it in. He goes 2 for 2 from the line.
Nobody has shot more free throws this season than Kevin Stubblefield. He now has 66 free throws that he has made.
Now Dayu for 3, and he just doesn't have it. It's kept here by Faines. Now Vince Garrett for 3. Got it! Vince Garrett for 3. It's 61-53. Now Kevin Stubblefield works his way in on Colin Nick. It's stripped away by Nick. And Lincoln will successfully have the ball as they operate with it. It's tipped out of bounds as a collision right there by Malik Crawford in the bench. As he put his body on the line, looks like he gets up pretty okay. He's
limping.
He's going to be limping off.
But they're going to keep him in the game. He is one of Westside's best defenders. So quick out on the court.
He'll stay in here right now, and it's Lincoln ball. Colin Neckel, he'll get it into Andrew Gaines. 7:06 to play here in the final quarter of the game. Both teams have a shot to punch their ticket to the state tournament. Andrew Gaines will put in the floater, no good, as it's rebounded by Tate Advati. CJ Mitchell operating with the ball. He'll work back to Malik Crawford. Crawford working down low in the corner, spin move. Backdoor pass, Kevin Stubblefield, reverse layup, got it!
But what a pass by Malik Crawford. A little no-look pass down the baseline, and that was a huge play for the Warriors.
Colin Nick with the ball, Malik Crawford one-on-one defense. Now Bryson Faines down low. As it's tipped, he puts it back up for himself. As he has 2 points for himself, it's 63-55. 8-point margin here for Westside. As Caleb Benning falls to the ground, it's taken away by Vince Garrett. Garrett working inside and out as it goes off and in. What a shot that just rolls in off the iron. It's 63-57.
The Lynx have cut this margin to 6 points. Westside had a 11-point lead at one time, 61-50. Now it's a 6-point margin.
Caleb Benning, he'll get it over now to Kevin Stubblefield. He's on the right wing, he'll work back out. 14 seconds to shoot. He'll work inside, uses his pivot foot off the glass, and he's got it! Timeout called by head coach Jim Simons of Omaha Westside. It's 65-57, 8-point lead for Omaha Westside.
Boy, I thought there might have been a foul on that one, and that ball just kind of crawled in. But a huge bucket for Westside after the Lynx had really made a run there. It was an 11-point lead for the Warriors, and then they just caught fire and scored 7 straight points to pull within 6.
What a game we have here so far. It's been back and forth for us all game long. It feels like 65-57 in favor of Westside. It's Ross. I think my favorite words from you today is it seems like a track meet. Both teams running up and down the court, non-stop basketball.
My head's going right to left the whole time, but that's some great basketball. Very high-scoring game. Westside is at their average right now, 65 points a game, and Lincoln High averages 59, so both teams having a big night scoring.
Now Bryson Faines down low. He'll use a dribble. It's tipped and blocked away by Kevin Stubblefield. Caleb Benning will regain it. He's the one taking it up court. Now Crawford. He thinks about the three. He doesn't go. Jump shot down low. No good. Rebounded by Vince Garrett. And the Lynx are working quick. Garrett for himself. And he puts the layup in. What a move. As that right there is why Vince Garrett is one of the best players on this Lincoln team. He's a senior. He is one of the biggest leaders. He's a captain on this team. He averages 14.5 points per game. And he is showing it here tonight.
I think the Warriors have to put the ball in Advati's hands. He hasn't touched it recently. Now he's got the ball.
Advati over to Stubblefield. Stubblefield calling a play. He has the ball still. He'll dribble. Now he'll dribble inside. On Faines, now back out to Mitchell. Mitchell now working in for himself. As a travel call is called on CJ Mitchell as he hits the ground hard. It's Lincoln ball. as Justin Bullis will check in here for Bryson Faines. Kevin Brown now checking in here for Malik Crawford, who just a couple minutes ago, he fell into the Lincoln bench as he tipped the ball out of bounds, came up limping, but he seems to be fine now. He goes out for Kevin Brown.
He just looked like he was so tired. Getting him a breather.
Now Vince Garrett thinks about the three. He doesn't go for it. Now Andrew Gaines with the ball. Behind the back. Stops his dribble. Pivot foot. Puts a shot up. And it's no good. Rebounded by Kevin Stubblefield. Stubblefield bringing this one up on the left side. We are just about under 4 minutes to play. Westside has a 6-point lead. Now Advadi will take the floater and it's good. 67-59.
That's the guy they need to get the ball to here down the stretch.
Vince Garrett over to Gaines down low. Gaines working back out. Stops his dribble. Long pass over to Dayu. Now a bad pass from Nick as he falls down on the ground. It's Westside ball.
I think Westside just needs to control the pace now. They've got an 8-point lead. I think I'd go with Advadi. He got his last basket. You got to go to your go-to guy down the stretch here, and it's Advadi. He's already got 27 points so far in this game.
C.J. Mitchell working real slow here at the top of the key. Now over to Brown. Westside definitely using a play here as they are moving the ball around all phases of the court. Advadi on the left wing with the ball. Now back out top of the key to Stubblefield. Stubblefield working back inside out. He'll use his body. Off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Vince Garrett. Garrett with the ball. He's working quick. He's at the top now working inside. It's tipped and blocked away, but Bullis has it. Bullis, he'll go back up, and he puts it in.
The Lynx are not going away. Down by just 6 here with about 3 minutes to go in the game.
Caleb Benning using separation on Vince Garrett. One-on-one defense for Lincoln as a foul is called on Vince Garrett for reaching as he just stuck his hand in there.
And Westside will go to the line now. They are in the bonus. And one of the best players for Westside at the charity stripe, Caleb Benning. Huge free throw for Caleb Benning.
Caleb Benning, one more attempt here from the line. As he puts it up, he goes 2 for 2.
That's a guy you want the ball in his hands down the stretch. He's such a good free throw shooter.
Dayu on the right wing. He stops his dribble, trying to find someone. He finds Vince Garrett. Garrett now working inside for himself. He'll pass it over. It's taken away. Now kept here by Andrew Gaines. Dayu thinks about three, doesn't go. Vince Garrett, he'll take the three. In coverage, and that's nowhere near good. Off the top of the backboard.
Now Lincoln High has changed their game plan, down by 8. They're going to shoot from behind the line. So those are huge plays right now for Lincoln High.
C.J. Mitchell in some trouble. Now Vince Garrett takes it away. He puts it up, and he puts it in. Full court press works successfully right there for Lincoln as Westside's in some trouble. 69-63, Westside still has a 6-point lead here. Caleb Benning regains his dribble as he just gets it past midcourt to take Advadi. Advadi, now he's in some trouble, some double team coverage.
And a good timeout by Jim Simons. It looked like Advadi was in trouble on the far baseline over there. And Westside only a 6-point lead, 69-63. Max, 2 minutes left. A ticket to state is on the line. And Jim Simons is going to go over with his team. Who's going to have the ball in their hands? Westside is in the 1-and-1 bonus. So important right now.
We're going to take a quick break here on the WTV Live Network. When we come back, we will have the final 2 minutes and 3 seconds of play here with a ticket on the line to the state tournament. Welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. I'm Max Coughlin. Alongside me is Ross Jernstrom for the final 2:03 to play.
I think the persons that you want to handle the ball are probably Caleb Benning and Tate Obvati, good free throw shooters. Westside is in the bonus now with a 1-and-1, so keep the ball in their hands.
Caleb Benning with the ball. He has an open lane. Stubblefield for three. And he just doesn't have it. It's kept here. Stubblefield again for three. And he just doesn't have it. This one's rebounded by Lincoln. Vince Garrett with the ball. He'll bring it up.
I think that was a poor decision. Westside could have run a good 35 seconds off the clock right there, but they elected to put up the shot. And that was a critical mistake right there for Westside. They could have run a lot of time off the clock there. Minute 41 left.
As now both teams are in the bonus. Both teams have 7 fouls. So from here on out, every single foul called will have free throws coming right after. And the first shot from Garrett is good. He'll have one more to shoot. And he makes his second attempt. He'll go 2 for 2 from the line.
This game is getting really tight here. Westside has to not make any turnovers here. Get the ball past half court.
Elise Hicks making his appearance in here tonight for Lincoln as Westside successfully gets past the full court press. Now Crawford, he'll work inside down low. It's taken away. It'll stay here as Westside ball as it went out of bounds on Dayu.
Westside's got 23 seconds left on the shot clock. Minute 29 left. Take some of that time off the clock.
Benning now over to Brown. Brown in some trouble. Now he'll give it over as a foul is called. Caleb Benning going to the line to shoot. 1:25 to play, 69-65 in favor of Westside. This is going to be the time here where you're going to see a lot of fouls called, Ross. Most likely Westside going to go to the double bonus where they're going to shoot 2 automatically.
But that's a good person to have at the line for Westside. Benning, he's been in these situations before.
Now Vince Garrett with the ball. He'll take it. He'll go it on the right side for himself. Off the glass, and he's got it. Vince Garrett, who has been money tonight. 69-67. What a turn of events right there, and there is nobody else you would rather give that ball to than Vince Garrett. And Ross, we're getting down to crunch time here, almost under a minute to play, 1:13. You're going to see the ball in Vince Garrett's hands quite a bit tonight.
I'll tell you what, Westside was up 69-61, and the Lynx have scored the last 6 points to pull within 2 points here. I still think what Westside needs to do is put the ball in the hands of your best player, and that's Tate Obvati. He's already got 27 points tonight. He's the All-State forward for Westside, and they need to have him come through here in the last minute and 13 seconds. And this crowd's got to come alive for Westside. They've got the home court advantage. But I'll tell you what, this Lincoln Heights crowd, they're all standing up, and they are fired up just like the Warriors are. Just a great atmosphere here on Jim Tangdahl Court at Westside High School between these two teams. One team's going to state, the other one's ending their season tonight.
69-67, 1:13 to play. Westside has the ball after a Vince Garrett layup to cut the deficit to 2. C.J. Mitchell inbounding it, and it's taken away by Vince Garrett. As Vince Garrett steps out of bounds.
Oh, the Warriors got a break there. They've got to get some people open, throw some screens to get someone open along the baseline for Benning.
As Benning trying to find someone to get into, he can't move his feet. He finds Tate Obvati, and that one's taken away, but out of bounds once again by Lincoln. And Lincoln High is playing amazing full court press here tonight so far. 2 times where they steal the ball so far just so happens it goes right out of bounds, but nonetheless.
We got to hand it to the Lynx. They are not giving up in this game. They have rallied here in the final minutes.
And this is such a packed house, folks. I'm sorry about the bottom of the screen here. We'll do the best to get this here for you the best we can. Everyone on their feet here at Westside High School. It's a 2-point game here, under a minute to play. CJ Mitchell over to Caleb Benning. 14 seconds to shoot now, 13. Lincoln cannot let Westside make a shot here. Caleb Benning working down low, and a foul is called. And 2 shots will be in favor here for Caleb Benning, one of the best free throw shooters here for Omaha Westside.
Last time he was at the line, he missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Very unusual for Caleb, but he's been in this situation, especially against Bellevue West, when the Warriors almost upset the number 1 team. He's been here before. And Benning will miss his first attempt, but he'll have one more to shoot. 69-67, still a 2-point game here, 41.1 seconds to play. And Benning will miss his second attempt. He'll go 0 for 2 from the line. Vince Garrett with the ball. This is the player that Lincoln High is going to want to have. Garrett down low. He uses his pivot foot off the glass, and he puts it in! What a shot by Vince Garrett to tie this game up with 27.4 seconds to play. What a bucket by Garrett. He was down on the baseline, getting heavily guarded, but he kind of made a move towards the bucket, and it went in with 27 seconds left. 69 all. The Lynx have come back in this fourth quarter from 11 points down. With 6 minutes to go in this game, it was 61-50, and now they have outscored Westside 19-8. 19-8 in the last 6 to 7 minutes of this fourth quarter to tie this game up with 27 seconds left. Now, if I'm Lincoln High, I'm not going to put pressure in the backcourt because you don't want to foul it. They're going to try not to foul Westside. They're going to put everybody in their court, and Westside's going to have a chance for a shot here. And I would run the clock down as far as it can go and put the ball in Tate Oddbody's hands. Tate's had 27 points tonight. I look for them to maybe set a screen for Oddbody.
No shot clock here, 27.4 seconds here to play. Folks, if you're just joining us here now, I'm Max Coughlin. Alongside me tonight is Ross Jernstrom to bring you this action-packed of a game. 69-69 here, under 30 seconds to play. CJ Mitchell walking up the court here with the ball. Now Caleb Benning. Westside going to sit this one down, most likely for this final shot. Now 17. You can feel the energy in the arena tonight. Full packed house. Caleb Benning now over to Kevin Stubblefield. CJ Mitchell, 7 seconds to play. CJ Mitchell backing off. This is going to be the final shot, folks. CJ Mitchell working down low. He'll take the shot, and he just misses it. And the final shot will be no good as we are going to overtime here at Westside High School. Just that close, Ross. CJ Mitchell got, but nonetheless, Ross, we have overtime basketball. This is the best you can get on a Tuesday night. The only basketball here in Class A basketball to be played, and it's the A-6 District Final.
I'll tell you what, the Lincoln schools are on a roll here this week. They've already got 3 schools going to the state tournament next week. Lincoln North Star, Lincoln Southeast, and Lincoln East, and maybe Lincoln High tonight. They have rallied here in this game to force overtime, down by 11, and they have come back and dominated this fourth quarter, and now we're going to the extra period overtime. And Max, just a week ago, 10 days ago, Westside played Bellevue West, and it was a 73-all game after regulation, and Bellevue West won with a basket, a three-pointer, with about 20 seconds left in the game. We come back with the same situation, an overtime game here. It's been a great ball game between both these teams.
4 minutes to play here in overtime. Bryson Faines and Kevin Stubblefield will be at midcourt to tip this one off here for extra time at Jim Tingle Court. And Lincoln will win the tip here as they started off. Vince Garrett with the ball. He'll work up past on the top of the key. He'll work to the left side, now down low to Andrew Gaines. Gaines, he'll work back up. He'll take it in for himself. Stops his dribble, and he just misses it. It's rebounded by Tate Advati. CJ Mitchell now with the ball. He'll give this one off now to Tate Advati, who jogs it up past midcourt. Lincoln High playing the tight one-on-one defense. They've been playing it all second half. Now CJ Mitchell working inside for himself. Now back out. Crawford over to Stubblefield, bending at the top. Advati for three, and he just doesn't have it. It's rebounded by Andrew Gaines. Lincoln High has it. 69-69 at Westside High School for the A-6 district final, and a blocking foul is called on Caleb Benning.
And that'll be the 9th foul on Westside. It's still a 1-1 right now for Lincoln High.
Vince Garrett, who has been one of the best players tonight so far here for Lincoln High, one of the best players all year long, per se, for this Lincoln High Lynx team, as he misses his first free throw attempt. Let it go out of bounds, and it's going in Westside's favor.
Boy, you can feel the intensity here at Westside's gym on Jim Tangdahl Court. Both these teams, fans are on their feet.
Standing room only tonight here at Jim Tangdahl Court. It is a packed house for the A-6 district final. CJ Mitchell has the ball. He's walking it up on the right wing. He'll create a play. He'll now work up pass on the top of the key. He keeps a dribble, 18 seconds to shoot. Mitchell, he's working down low on Bullis. Now over to Advati, Benning. He'll take it for himself. Crawford, three at the top of the key. Bang! Malik Crawford for three! 72-69!
A huge play by the senior for Westside, a three-pointer, 72-69.
Now Justin Bullis spin move, it's tipped away, and it's kept here by Dayu. And a foul is called on Tate Advati, and Dayu will go to the line to shoot. Both teams now both at 9 fouls. One more foul for both teams, and they'll have the double bonus shooting 2 automatically.
Now this will be a 1-1 for Lincoln High at the line, a 1-1.
And he will just miss his first attempt. It's rebounded by Tate Advati. And CJ Mitchell walking this one up here as they have the lead 72-69. Caleb Benning now back to CJ Mitchell. Crawford in the corner. Crawford, he'll hand it off to Benning. Benning working down low, spin move, stops his dribble, now over to Mitchell. Mitchell now working in for himself, off the glass, puts it in! And a timeout called by head coach Jim Simons of Omaha Westside. And Westside's in full momentum here, 74-69, as we take a break here on the WTV Live Network. When we come back, we will have the final 2:03 of overtime for the A-6. And we're back here for overtime at Westside High School. 2:03 remaining to play in the entirety of this game, 74-69. I'm Max Coughlin. Alongside me tonight is Ross Jernstrom. where my heart is beating at 1,000 miles per hour. This is just back and forth, as Lincoln has the ball. Vince Garrett will let this one roll, and he'll pick it up as he jogs past midcourt. Westside playing one-on-one defense. C.J. Mitchell on Vince Garrett. Now Elvis Wynn down low to Andrew Gaines. Gaines, he'll take it for himself off the glass, and he just misses it. It's rebounded, and a foul is called on Tate Advati, and Gaines will go to the line to shoot 2.
And that is the 10th foul on Westside, so 2 shots every time Lincoln High will go to the line from now on.
As Gaines will miss his first attempt, but he'll have one more as Westside has 10 fouls and Lincoln's in the double bonus. 74-69, 1:49 remaining to play. And he misses his second attempt. It's rebounded. It's staying here by Nick, and he puts it up. Colin Nick showing his defensive efforts as Westside passes the full court press, and C.J. Mitchell has it. Over to Benning, now back to Mitchell. Mitchell slowing things down here as he goes by midcourt. 18 seconds on the shot clock. As now Benning has the ball, he'll work to the left side over to Stubblefield. Stubblefield, he's working in. Trying to find a backdoor pass, it's not successful. He'll still work inside. Now reverse layup, and he puts it in. 76-71 here, they have the 5-point lead. Andrew Gaines has the ball now, Colin Nick. Nick at the top, three-pointer, and he just doesn't have it. It's tipped, rebounded by Malik Crawford. Crawford slowing things down here, now C.J. Mitchell. And a foul is called. Colin Nick, C.J. Mitchell will go to the line. Double bonus now here for both teams, as both teams have reached 10 fouls. Under a minute to play, 52.1. It's going to be foul time here now for Lincoln High.
C.J. Mitchell at the line. He had a big game in the district semifinal against Burke. He scored 18 points, huge game, but he wasn't in this situation right now.
Mitchell makes the first attempt. He'll have one more. 77-71, 52.1 remaining. As he just misses his second attempt, it's rebounded by Colin Nick. He brings it up pretty fast. Vince Garrett with the ball at top of the key. Now working back out past midcourt. Now Dayu on the left wing. Elvis Wynn, step back. Doesn't go for the three. Now Boris. And he puts it up. Justin Bullis, timeout called by Dan Noble of Lincoln High. It's 77-73, 4-point lead here for the Warriors, as there's 34.6 to play.
Westside is defensively, they have pushed Lincoln High very aggressively around the three-point line, not letting them shoot that shot. Down by 4 here. They're giving up the two-pointer down low, but they don't want a three-pointer by Lincoln High from beyond the arc, because that'll just really cut this margin even closer. A 4-point lead for the Warriors. Just 34 seconds left in this matchup, and a ticket to state is on the line between these two teams. Boy, what a game we have seen tonight. And the Westside fans are on their feet. So are the Lincoln High fans. Great atmosphere here at Westside's gym between these two teams. And it'll be Stubblefield, Crawford, Caleb Benning, C.J. Mitchell, and Tate Advati out on the court for Westside. Look for Lincoln High to maybe foul somebody here by Westside here in the backcourt.
Caleb Benning to inbound this ball, trying to find someone to get into. He finds Kevin Stubblefield, and a foul is called. Justin Bullis will foul Kevin Stubblefield, and Stubblefield will walk his way to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Kevin Stubblefield on the season, he has made more free throws than any other Westside player 7th in the state. He has 73 so far this season.
And he puts in his first attempt. It's 78-73, 5-point lead. Stubblefield will have one more. And he puts it in. 79 points here as Lincoln will let this ball roll. C.J. Mitchell now meeting Vince Garrett at half court. Dayu, long three. And he's got it! What a three!
A huge bucket right there for Lincoln High. Westside did not get out on him. He had enough room to put up the three, and we've got a 3-point game here with just 25 seconds left. Here it looked like Westside had the game won in a good situation with a 6-point lead, but a big three-pointer by Lincoln High, and the Lynx are right back in it.
And that was the longest three of the night by Dayu, and that comes in a very clutch moment as they now cut the deficit to just 3 points. It's 79-76 with 25.4 seconds to play.
And best of all for the Lynx, they did that transition in just 9 seconds. 25 left on the clock, and it's going to be interesting to see what Lincoln High is going to press him in the backcourt here. So Westside needs to take care of the ball.
Caleb Bennett inbound this one here for Westside. He's scanning the court. He's running all up and down. He finds Tate Advadi as Advadi is fouled.
Advadi goes to the line. He's the second leading scorer for Westside. Ranks 15 in Class A in scoring at 15.3 points a game. He's already got 27 points tonight. Having one of his best games of the year, and he'll go to the line with just 23 seconds left.
And he puts in his first attempt. That's 80 points here for Westside, 80-76. 4-point lead for the Warriors. One more attempt coming from Advadi. And he puts in his second attempt, 81-76. And a timeout called by head coach Jim Simons. And we're going to take one as well here on the WTV Live Network. 23 seconds to play, 81-76 Westside. Welcome back here on the WTV Live Network. Final 23.1 seconds to play at Jim Tangal Court. I'm Max Coughlin. Alongside me tonight is Ross Jernstrom, where we have a packed house on both sides of the court for the A-6 District Final. The number 1 and number 2 seeds, Westside and Lincoln High.
Last time that Lincoln High had it, just took them 9 seconds to put up a three-pointer.
Vince Garrett has the ball. They're going to have a quick shot. Under 18 to play, and it's taken away by Westside, and a foul is called on Justin Bullis. And Tate Advadi is going to the line to shoot. 15.5 to play.
Well, Tate sank both free throws just about 10 seconds ago to give the Warriors a 5-point lead. He'll shoot 2 shots.
And he puts in his first attempt. He'll have one more, 82-76. And he puts in his second attempt. It's 2 for 2 from the line. Vince Garrett has the ball. 12 seconds now to play. As that one is taken away, as Kevin Stubblefield will be fouled. by Vince Garrett as the cheers are off at Westside as 5.9 seconds left to play.
What a game here tonight, folks. One of the best district finals you'll see in the state. Overtime game. Great rally by Lincoln High tonight. Kevin Stubblefield at the line. Take more free throws for Westside.
And he misses his first attempt, but he'll have one more. 83-76 with 5.9 to play. And he just misses it. It's rebounded by Justin Bullis. Now 3 seconds to play. Vince Garrett, he'll take the long three. Doesn't put it up, and there it is, folks! Westside is going back to the state tournament. A-6 district champions. Omaha Westside will go back to Lincoln next week for the state tournament. What a game, overtime win at Westside High School.
This was one of those signature games you're going to remember for this Westside season. A great district final by Westside, 83-76. They really played well in this overtime. Malik Crawford hit the three-pointer to start it off. Mitchell hit a bucket on a layup, but it was free throws down the stretch. 4 of them by Tate Oddbody to win this game, 83-76. Tate Oddbody with 31 points tonight. What a game by the senior who's headed to Colorado Christian College next year. A great just scene out there on the court for this Warrior team. They'll get the district trophy, and also they'll be tearing down the nets here.
What a game for Omaha Westside. They are going back to the state tournament. Last year, they were in the state tournament, got knocked out in the first round by Creighton Prep, and they are coming for their vengeance here, going back to PBA next week.
And now, the championship bout for the Class A-6 MSA Boys District goes to your Westside
We're going to take a quick break here on the WTV Live Network. When we come back, we will have the Time 42 Player of the Game interview, so do not go anywhere, folks, as we will be back shortly. Max Coughlin here with head coach Jim Simons. And coach, take a deep breath here. That was a wild one for you guys. You know, you go into overtime, you're battling adversity, you guys are making it back. You're A-6 district champions. How does this feel for you guys?
Well, I'm just so happy and so proud of the kids. I mean, they just battled so hard. It was a tremendous basketball game. I mean, ultimate respect to Lincoln High. They've got a bunch of seniors who are super invested in their program and their school, and we knew they weren't going to go away, and it seemed like 4 or 5 times we were close to knocking them out, and they just didn't go away, and they just battled. But I tell you what, to win the game in overtime after how regulation ended shows a ton about our kids' character, our kids' resilience, because obviously they had all the momentum in the world. And it'd been easy for our guys to doubt themselves. Malik hits a huge shot to kind of get us off the snide. But our kids just showed tremendous heart and resiliency, and unbelievably proud of them.
Talk to me a little bit about Tate Advadi. I mean, probably, I would say, one of the game of his life. Yeah. He outperformed, I would say, in my opinion. He is by far one of the best players on this team. He's the leader on this team. You know, he's one of the captains. Talk to me a little about Tate and what you've seen from him today.
Well, Tate is as hard a working player as I've ever coached, as an assistant coach, head coach, whatever. And I sent all of them a kind of a personal message last night. And Tate's, I said, tomorrow night's the night where all your hard work pays off and it shows. Just trust all the work that you've done. And, and he deserves it. He's a super hard working kid. He just, keeps working. So really proud of him and happy that his hard work paid off.
So now you're going to the state championship. You guys going as a 5 seed. You guys have the whole week to get ready for that. What do you guys got to do as a team to prepare in practice to get ready for that state champion?
Well, obviously we're going to play Lincoln East. They're very good. They took care of us pretty good up here, so hopefully they'll have our guys' full attention. I mean, we just got to get ourselves rested, our guys back centered and focused, and then ready to go for the state tournament. But we'll have, several days of preparation, and I know our guys will be excited to get down there and play.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thanks, Max. Appreciate it.
Now we're here. Tate Advadi. Tate, man of the hour, I like to call you. Tate, one of the game of your life right here. You send your team state championship, state tournament. What does this mean for you guys? You're going back. You get the vengeance you get after going out in the first round last year. What does this mean for you and the team?
I think it's huge for the team. We lost to Papio South kind of midway through the season, and coach is like, we gotta stay together. We can't split up. And ever since then, it's just we've been sticking together and been a group playing together.
So talk to me a little bit about your team tonight. What you guys saw. You went into overtime. Just about 2 weeks ago, you went into overtime in the exact same court against Bellevue West. So you're not new to this. What did you guys do as a team? What was the message when you went to overtime?
It's a new game. It's 0-0. We got to start over. Everything that happened before us is in the past, and we gotta just go to the next play.
So, state tournament time now. You have the whole week to prepare for this. What do you guys got to do as a team during practice, as yourself? What do you have to do to prepare for this?
We just got to stay locked in, go hard. We only have 32 minutes in our season so far. That's only guaranteed, so we just got to keep pushing.
All right, thank you, Tate. I'm Max Coughlin from Ross Jernstrom, Aiden Dunlap, and the entire WTV Live crew. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and have a great night. And we're back here for one last time on the WTV Live Network to celebrate Westside making it back to the state tournament. I'm Max Coughlin. One last time, Ross.
Well,
Ross
I'll tell you what,
right
Max,
next to me.
I'll tell you what, Max. This is your final broadcast here at Westside High School for basketball. You did football, but this will be your last broadcast here. What a great run for you, your senior year. For WTV, for the live broadcast. You did a great job calling the games play-by-play. succeeded Jaden Taylor. Big shoes to fill, but you filled them pretty good, my friend. And what a season to end it on, with a trip to the state basketball tournament, an overtime win, plenty of excitement on this one, and the best game of the season by Tate Advati. You talked to him. Just your final thoughts.
So Westside will be taking on, most likely, as of right now in the bracketology and everything, Westside will be taking on Lincoln East for the state tournament. And just what a run here today. And this was probably the best basketball we've seen from Westside playing all year long. You know, I mentioned the Bellevue West game where they went into overtime with the top team in the state. It was a top 25 team in the country, took them to overtime, really gave them a run for their money. That's the only team that really could do it all year long, and Westside is the only team that could do it. So they are going to a state tournament with their heads high, win the A-6 district tournament, go to it, and they are having their heads high going to it. And Ross, there's really not much to say about this team. It's led by the seniors, Tate Advati, Kevin Brown, who really went out in the midst of the season, really, with a knee injury, came back as a role player, has been really gone on the spotlight. But then you talk about some of those players who are the underclassmen, who are the juniors and sophomores on this team. You talk about C.J. Mitchell for one of them. You talk about then Kevin Stubblefield, who has been a playmaker all year long. So this team will be making it back to the state tournament on March 9th next week. So any of you Westside fans currently still watching this, I would tune in to the game next week. If you can get down to Lincoln, by all means, you need to get down to Lincoln. But nonetheless, if you can't, tune in on the WFHS network next week to tune in to everything Westside.
And Westside will play the second game of the day for Class A on Wednesday. They're going to be in Bellevue West bracket because they'll be the number 5 seed. Bellevue West will be number 1. They'll play Elkhorn South, the number 8 seed, and then projected it's going to be Lincoln East, the 4 seed, against Westside, the 5 seed. And those two teams will play probably around 3:15 on Wednesday afternoon. It'll be the second game. So make your plans right now to head down to Pinnacle Bank Arena on Wednesday. Westside will play the second game. Come watch a great doubleheader. Bellevue West, one of the best teams in the state, number 1 ranked, undefeated. But I don't think Westside's going down there scared. They know they can win down there after the way they played against Bellevue West. But big game by Tate Advati. Huge game, 31 points. But his 4 free throws at the end of the game sealed it for Westside.
So for one last time here on the WTV Live Network, I just want to say thank you to everybody who is still watching, who is tuned in. All of my course here at Westside High School, being a part of WTV Live, which is one of the best clubs here at Westside, one of the best decisions I've ever made. I want to say a big time thank you to Jaden Taylor. Jaden, if you're listening, you have given me a lot of resources, have led me up to this moment. Ross, I want to thank you for letting me join the club, letting me come to Westside and be a part of something very, truly special. And from that being said, from Max Coughlin and Ross Jernstrom, thank you for tuning in tonight, and have a great night.